Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and has featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Wow. What a build-up. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it was going to play today. But apparently, I just found out something about Blog Talk Radio and the way it's set up. But anyway, hello everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura, and welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Messages and Mediumship. It looks like today we probably will be doing more messages than mediumship. I only have one person here that seems to want an other side connection that I know about right now, although Susie B might get busy in the background. You like that alliteration, Susie B, busy in the background, and get some other people who want mediumship. But right now, most of the people that are waiting in the queue, and we have a lot, by the way, are wanting answers to life questions. I wish I could feel this good every day. I feel very alert, very alive, and I don't know, I'm just trying to figure that out all the time. I'm always looking into health and nutrition, trying to figure that out. Driving Susie B crazy, actually. She'll talk about it later when she gets on. But in any event, welcome to the show. For the first 30 minutes or so, I try to focus in on mediumship, meaning connecting to those who have deceased and transitioned to the world of spirit. But I really don't start the messages till about quarter after the hour, because between now and then I'm going to be talking about subjects that might be of interest to you. I always believe in synchronicity, so things that are relevant to me might be relevant to you. And then I do a channeling, which is a group message, which is usually very relevant to at least some of the callers. And then I'll go into the phone lines. So I want to thank everybody for taking the time out of your day to come here today and spend a little time with me and Susie B. And so let's just get to some of the things that have been going on lately. We had the winner for December. If you're interested in joining the contest to win a reading with me, it's a monthly contest, and we already had the winner for December. Her name's Laura, no preference there, by the way. I use random.org to choose the number. There's a website called random.org, and I put in the number of people that joined during the month, and then it picks out the number. So Laura W won, and I have her appointment tomorrow. I have a couple of people who made donation. So if you want to, wait, before I go to the donations, if you want to join the contest, just go to spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com. That's the website for this show. There you can join the contest to win the reading, and that's by joining our mailing list, which is the upper right portion of that screen. There you can also make a donation to jump the queue. So if you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. And you do that at item 3 on spiritmediumtv.com. And also very important, if you want to gain private session with me, your own session, you can gain that at item or step 1 at spiritmediumtv.com. The instructions are there. It's basically just putting in as the event code the radio show name, and then you automatically will be given a third more time for what you pay for. So if you pay for 15 minutes, you get 20 minutes. If you pay for 30 minutes, you get 40 minutes. If you pay for 45 minutes, you get an hour. And that comes out to be 25% off, a very substantial discount, I might add. So that's all available to you at spiritmediumtv.com. And last but not least, if you want to watch a live video feed of this show, way at the bottom, item 4 on spiritmediumtv.com will allow you to watch the show live. Watch me. Okay, I wish I could get you guys in too. I tried that once, but it was just too much manipulation of trying to get people to understand how to get into the show that way. It's hard enough for me to get you into the show this way, which, by the way, is calling area code 347-945-5849. If you dial that number, you go into the queue, and Susie will be clearing the names in the background, provided she has time to get to you. If you call in 15 minutes earlier, then the show starts. I talk to you usually. Again, it all depends on what's going on, because we we have a lot of things going on here. So this show is at Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and today Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, you translate that to your own time zone. So we have a couple of donations today. As of now, Gail, who I just spoke with, and Susie B. And I don't know what's going to happen if I have people making a donation in the middle of the show. I'll try to continue to check. Oh, here's another one. Okay, Gail. Gail's saying something to me, but Gail, I have you on area code 360. Okay, good. All right, wonderful. I have you there. All right, and I can't read the whole thing you just sent, honey, because I don't have time now. All right, so those are the things I need to mention. Oh, yeah, well, I wanted to say a couple other things, too. That was just housekeeping stuff. But what I wanted to talk about is last Wednesday was one of those shows. I was in great form to do the work. I'd just done 2 hours of mediumship before the show started. I had clients in person working with me at my office. However, the first caller, his lovely niece, didn't prep him properly, or he didn't know really what he was getting into. His name is George, and George called, and he didn't speak English very well, nor did he understand what mediumship was. But his niece wanted him to feel better because it was the holidays and he was missing his mother. So I go about mediumship attempting to bring in what's called evidence, which is facts, F-A-C-T-S, facts about the person in spirit that you as the sitter, that's the one getting the messages, would be able to validate. And he says to me, well, I don't know. And I said, what do you mean you don't know? I said, you're calling in for mediumship, and how can I do mediumship if you can't validate, if you don't remember? Because his mother died when he was very young. So after that, my psychic pipeline closed down. Whoop. And for the next couple of callers, it was just a back and forth until finally later in the show I was able to reopen it. But it's a funny thing about there is a pipeline of energy. And I was listening once to something by James Van Praagh about that. He was talking, I was being interviewed, and he talked about this pipeline between you and the sitter. So for example, if he's doing live mediumship, and he has a connection with somebody in the audience, right, physically, there's a line of communication, it's energetic, that's set between you and the receiver, and back and forth. It's literally like a pipeline. And when he said that, it made so much sense to me. It was like a big light bulb went on. I said, aha, and I understand what that means. And it exists in a virtual sense when I'm doing the show. Okay, it exists when I do readings on the radio. It exists when I do readings on the phone with clients. It exists when I do Skype, and it exists when I do in person, either group events or one-on-one in my office. So I have to be very cognizant of that. But there are times, and this is the takeaway from all of this, where the medium has no control, does her very best or his very best to prepare, and then something happens. And that's what makes this work so exciting, is that anything can happen. It's live. I like to say the show is live, real, and raw. Believe me, honey, it is live, real, and raw. So anyway, his niece, George's niece, emailed me afterwards and said everything you said was correct, but he didn't remember, he didn't know, but she had a picture of his mother, and everything I said, the glasses and everything, was in the photo she had. So afterwards, she saw that and emailed me. Thank you so much, Athanasia. What a beautiful name. Athanasia. Some of the most beautiful names come from Greece. I have a friend with a very beautiful Greek name as well. So it's evading me at the moment. But in any event, Athanasia, his niece, emailed me to say that was all correct. Thank you, honey. And so if any of you don't remember anything or whatever, let's just keep the pipeline open. It wasn't his fault. It really was just a misunderstanding. This past Monday, I did a group event. I had 70 people in the audience. That's why I wasn't doing the radio show. It was a wonderful event where I talked about what it's like to be a medium and a psychic growing up that way. Then I had everybody in the audience do an exercise, a mediumship exercise, to see if they could feel the presence of somebody in spirit for their partner, and that was a lot of fun. And then I brought in some souls from the other side. And, today there's a big hoopla in the news. Some of you may have heard about it, but North Korea is saying that they now have the ability to do a hydrogen bomb, and that is extremely dangerous for the whole world. So let's just pray, or I won't have a moment of silence today, but let's just be aware of the fact that we have freedom and that we're safe and that we should honor that, and a moment to be grateful for our safety, and ask that Spirit God or the powers that be protect us in the future, and that whatever's going on over there, that peace be replacing that kind of fatal kind of thinking, if you will. Okay. So those are enough things to talk about today. It's only 10 after the hour. Okay, I did a lot in a very short amount of time, but I am going to do some channeling now. So, everybody listening, if you would please uncross your arms and legs and start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area. Allowing yourself to get very relaxed, letting go of any stress or tension, any fear or worry. Calling in your loved ones from Spirit, if that is what you want me to do today. And asking that Spirit answer your questions if that's what you need today. And if I cannot get to you on the show, then at least you get your answers some way. So ask that your questions be answered from Spirit. And if you're wanting an other side connection, call in your loved ones now. Say hello, big hugs and kisses. Good. And while you do that, I'm going to do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now what I need you all to do, on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay. So there is a lot of blue as the color of the group today. And blue means that there's a lot of communicators here today, a lot of good communicators. And also there's some people who need to be calmed down. And I do know, I did speak to a couple of them, I told them to calm down, but I just remind you, whatever's going on will be healed. So just relax, okay? Try to relax anyway. So I'm going to do a little bit of channeling. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring in the ones. We are here. We are the ones. We are with you, dear ones. We are here to help all of you on your path. Each of you has a purpose in life. However, many of you cannot get on point for your purpose. The reason is that you hold on to the past. Today we will be talking about releasing and healing the past so that one can move forward to the future. The past does not truly exist, dear ones. It is now a figment of your imagination. There is no objective reality. There is only what you lend to it, what you send to it, and what you see in it. There is no absolute past. So many of you that hold on to pain from the past may repaint that past or recolor it so that it becomes a lesson to you, or it becomes a benign situation of which you gained much from. This is a healthy and this is an actualizing way to release the past. So we're going to ask each of you now to take a moment to think about something in the past that eats still away at you. We will be silent for a moment. Good. And now we would like you to think about that event and think about what you might have gained from it. We will give you a few suggestions. For example, you might have learned to be stronger. You might have learned to pay attention more. You might have learned what is important to you. You might have learned how to forgive. you might have learned how to be more yourself rather than influenced by another. We will be still for a moment as you ruminate about this situation and attempt to glean from it that which you can grow from or that which you gained of it. And so we would suggest to you that on a regular basis, you might want to always do this every time, each and every time something happens to you that you perceive as negative, to reframe it in a more colorful way, a way in which you grew or gained something. For there is truly nothing that ever happens to you of which something good does not occur. Namaste. Okay, that's not an easy one. I was just thinking of what if North Korea, releases the hydrogen bomb, or if they even have one, which is a lot of speculation they don't. What good would be coming from that? But we're going to go to the phone lines instead because I can't handle that idea. So I do have one person here who is waiting more for an other side, unless she wanted more of a general message. Here it is. Let's see what we get here. This is Kim. Oh, now how did that happen? Oh, that's Susie B doing that. Is my mic open? Yeah. Okay, hold on. If I sound a little bit weird today, bear with me. Hey, Kim. How you doing, honey?
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. So when I first connected to you before you had a chance to tell me what you wanted, I kind of felt you wanted something from the world of spirit, and I felt a loving energy around you. Now, you asked for your guides, and I'm going to see what happens. Okay, so let's see what happens, Kim, for you, love. Okay, this is Kim 613. Well, there is a loving, sweet energy about you. It is like a mother, okay? Or if maybe it's a guide, a female guide to you. It's very, very sweet, a very creative muse to you and helps you a lot with your work. And you're trying to figure something out right now about where to put your efforts. You seem to have this... Yes. Okay, you seem to have this way about you that's rather poetic or spiritual or very artistic, very sensitive. But the word poetic is important because it's not like you're literally a poet. It's just that you tend to look at life with a very refined comb. You look at life in a very reflective and refined way. You're always looking for value. You're looking for meaning. You're looking for meaning behind the events, meaning behind the word. Like in poetry, we look for meaning behind the words. And you're always looking to kind of craft or sculpt something from something. And that's figurative again.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're a very knowledgeable. Yeah. I know this is very strange, but nevertheless, I have to give you it, and you're saying yes. So thank goodness. So you're looking on how you can create your future from what you have right now. How do you go from where you are right now? I'm going to tell you more. There's like a ruins of despair or loss. There's something that you've lost, and how do you craft from that a wonderful new beginning that will allow you to actualize your potential and go and glean who you are and where you need to go. So first,
exactly.
Okay, great. So the first answer is that you need to do what Spirit just said: is reframe everything. Okay, reframe all the events from the past as getting you to where you are now, because what they did was they made you very knowledgeable about loss and refraction from loss, taking loss and building something new out of it. And they're using two words here. Well, they're using one word in two ways. The embers of loss. Okay, the embers of despair to the embers or beginning of something new. So it's like, imagine a fire was snuffed out. You've got these embers remaining, like just some logs on the fire that still are shining red. And you're going to now ignite them into the next fire, your next passion, your next productive effort in your life. So I'm going to go to that and see what it is, Kim. Hold on. Okay, you seem to be actually an artist, okay, and that you like to do something with your hands. Is this correct, please?
Yes.
Okay, and you are going to be able to do. All right, love. You love your work. You're very good at it. Don't let anybody tell you differently. You have to follow your heart and your path. There are ways to organize your time better, which will allow you to tap into your potential better than you have before. It feels like you need to split yourself between paying bills and investing in your future. with the artwork. And so you'll have to do that for a while longer until finally your artwork does take off, going in the direction that you'd like, and then finally that you only will do your art. There seems to be spiritually inspired background to what you're doing, and this will be very helpful to others. We as your guides want you to understand that if you look for the implications in the art of how it will help others, it will also help you get the art out to the world. In other words, put the meaning in as you see fit, and the meaning will lead you, it will motivate you, and it will keep you on course. It will also provide money, because art that has meaning has more value than art that is simply decorative. We hope that this makes sense to you, dear one. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
All right, honey. God bless, and stay on point for who you are, love, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. And so I'm going to go now. We do have an other side, a real other side. Let me just see. And then I will go to other things, like people have made donations for life questions. Oh, we have her, and we have this one. I need to see who's waiting longest. So I'm going to go to, hold on. There it is, Kathy. Hello, Kathy. How are you today, darling?
Hello, good, thank you. Thank you for taking my call. How are you?
I'm doing fine, love. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see what we got for you from Spirit. You want an other side connection. I do feel
Yes.
I do feel as more of a male presence to you, and I get also father energy. May I go in that direction? I'm asking you that because I don't want to spend a lot of time developing something that you're not interested in hearing. I know this sounds strange, but
No, that's exactly who.
That's who you want.
Exactly who it is.
All right, wonderful. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so he's a taller person than average. He looks on the slender side. He also says that he has some kind of heart issues or heart problems when he's on Earth. Does this make sense to you, please?
Yes.
Okay, he's very kind and loving and sweet. He loves you very, very much, and he thanks you for the help that you gave him towards the end. He has as original color of his hair a medium brown color. There's a lot of golden highlights in it, but it gets whiter towards the end of his life, and it's not too long before it falls out, and he laughs a little bit. So that shows that he's thinning, his hair is thinning as he gets older. It gets wider, it gets thinner, and he has a sense of humor. Makes sense, please?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. There's something he gave you to keep that close to your heart, keep that around you. That will help remind you of him. And he's using the word teddy bear. Sometimes they use it as a pseudo term. Do you have a teddy bear, honey, or anything like that? Literally,
It's a stuffed animal.
you do have a stuffed animal. Okay. He says that hold that around you, keep that close to you, and that will be the way I remind you of me. And he loves you very, very much, my dear. He also says take good care of your mother. Okay. That she needs you more than ever now, as you know. Okay. And it looks to me like you have a child under you. Okay. It looks like a son. Is that correct, love?
No.
Okay. Do you have any children, honey? Were there any grandchildren there to him?
No.
Okay, well, then there's somebody that you're taking care of that needs your care. It looks, maybe it's an animal, or maybe you have siblings that have a grandchild. But I do feel something younger that needs care from you also. I have to acknowledge that. Why are you saying wow?
No, I'm wondering if could it be a child on the way for me?
Oh. All right, let me see. Dad? Yeah, because I get a significant feeling of you having a child. Dad? No, he's not necessarily saying that. Let me just see what he's saying. Yeah, he's okay. Well, he may be saying that, but let me just add this in. Okay, there's a B, like a BU name or something, like a Bert or Birch or something like that. That also comes in from him. I don't know whose name that is or what that means. And there could possibly be a child coming in for you, because it does seem to indicate that. So I don't want to say no to that. I just had to say no because of the B name. I want to get that out. There's a B name around you, or a B name in spirit. Okay, it must have some significance. What was your father's name, honey?
It starts with a G.
Okay.
Guy.
Guy. Okay. Well, there's a B-U-R, like a birch or Bert or Burke or something like that. I don't know whose name that is.
We lived on Burke Avenue.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Yep. See, they give you all kinds of things, and it's for us to figure it out, not the medium. Thank you. So he's giving that as additional evidence as we move forward. And I want to thank you so much, my love, for calling in today. And know that your father is fine and is looking out for you, looking out for you. Okay, my dear?
Thank you ever so much. Thank you. God bless you and a happy New Year.
Thank you, love. Same to you.
So much.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm going to go to some live questions, those that made a donation. We have Susie and we have Gail. Gail made the first donation, so I'm going to go to her first. Hi, Gail. How are you, honey?
Oh, hey there. I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, sweetheart. So what I want you to do is just give me...
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now I need you to give me just the question, no background, okay? I don't want to be influenced. Go right ahead, love.
Well, I was just wanting to see, like, how can I get financial freedom this year? And, like, what messages does Spirit have for me for this year as far as moving forward in life versus staying stagnant and regressing?
Okay. Now let's talk about money. So Gail wants to know about money. Now, financial freedom means a lot of things to many people. Hold on one second. I'm going to see if I can map it into you. Otherwise, I'll ask you. You just want to have more at your disposal. And I feel that you're dependent. Maybe you're still living somewhere you don't want to live because you don't have as much money to be on your own. Is that what you mean by financial freedom, Gail?
Yes.
Okay, well, you are going to gain a lot more money in the career that you've chosen. There's a sense of newness to it, or a new beginning for you, which is going to start rather rapidly now. It looks like it's already beginning, and I think you know what it is. It feels like it's something to do within medicine or medical or something like that. Is that correct, please? Gail?
Yeah, spiritual counseling, basically.
Perfect. Oh, so you want to know basically if that's going to work for you, and they're saying it is. It's going to grow very quickly. Okay, it's going to grow very, very quickly, and you're not going to be left behind. They're saying those words on purpose. If you're afraid of being left behind in some way, either somebody else is getting ahead faster than you, or something like that, or there's something about you that you thrive in partnership with another person. So so let's put it this way: when you work, if you're working on your own, which I don't think you are, by the way, we're going to go to that in a second, but when you work on your own, you'll always look to someone else to go to tandem with. You always create relationship, whether or not you're in it formally or not. It's important for you. The way you operate is always looking at somebody else, and somehow you create like this polarization, if you will. Let me just see something here. So don't compare yourself to anyone else. Don't think about anyone else. Just focus in on what you need to do, and stay away from thinking in terms of who's doing better than you. Okay, that will help a lot in gaining your momentum, which is what you need to gain this year. By the end of this year, you will find that you'll have accomplished a lot, but in the next 3 to 6 months, you're gaining momentum. And that, to me, seems a little odd, because usually spiritual counseling does take a long time, to work. But they're saying, well, maybe you've already put in a lot of effort, but you will be gaining everything that you need. And I want to see something else, because partnership is important to you. It might mean something else. Hold on, Gail. No, not really. You seem to be working on your own. It's recommended that you do work on your own. Okay. Do you feel like you like to have a partner for work, Gail?
Not usually. I do everything myself. I have my own blog, and I do my own tarot readings and stuff like that. And I usually just work alone. But I don't know how I could find partnerships anyway. Like where I'm at now, I thought I was going to, but it's like the opposite.
Yeah. Exactly. So what Spirit is trying to say here is, you have a tendency to like partnership, okay? But they want you, it seems like working on your own will be better. And if you tend to look at other people and how they're doing in their business compared to you, you'll get in your own way. So it's better that you do work on your own, and guard against that feeling of wanting to be in partnership. You're better off on your own. It just will make you stumble. It will get in your way. And was there a second part to the question? Because the first part is, yes, you will make your money. Go ahead. What was the other part of it?
Well, that was regarding my writing. If there was a possibility of getting started. I have a screenplay I would like to sell, and I wanted to see how I could go about selling it so that would bring me financial security and freedom.
Oh, wow. You've got a lot going on. Okay. Let me see. I can only give you a high-level answer because of the time allotment here, but let me just see something here. Gail, spiritual counseling, screenplay. You will get it sold eventually. Just keep doing what you've been doing, shopping it around. But also be careful that when you sell it, you do not lose royalties. Okay? Don't take it from a perspective of you being the underdog and you're so happy to have somebody buy it from you. Because when I got the word sell, I got a red flag. So if you sell it, you can't sell it without getting some kind of residual income is what they're telling you to do. And the way to sell it is keep shopping it around. Okay?
Okay.
All right, love. So that's it basically. There's some people that you know that will help you in the shopping around. Just keep asking, okay? That is a great way for you to work in partnership with others. As we said earlier, you are the kind of it's almost like you have like a Gemini thing going on there. You're good with partnerships, but you also need to guard against partnerships that they don't get in the way of you getting what you need. In the case of the screenplay, it's you need other people to help you. So, shop it around, ask if people you know where you might be able to shop it around. But when you do shop it anywhere, somebody is going to want to buy it without rights or royalties, and you need to protect that. Okay?
Okay, will do.
Thank you, love. Thank you so much for your donation.
God bless you.
Thank you. You too, honey. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to go to Susie B., who's made a donation. Hello, Susie B. How are you, honey?
I am doing well, thank you.
Good.
Things are improving around here.
Wonderful.
Yes. And by the way, to answer your question at the beginning of the show, that you are just very health conscious, and it's very interesting to know what information is out there, because some of us struggle with weight, and it's interesting to know that it is true that we're all made up of, different amounts of the same ingredients, so to say, and we have to really pay attention to what happens in our own bodies, and yes, there are things that we need to avoid.
And you know what?
So
it's
you're not a nut.
Driving you crazy. I know I'm not a nut, but I'm probably driving you crazy. But
no, you're not driving me crazy at all.
All right. Well, I found something on and a lot of doctors believe this diet for pre-diabetes and so on. And I tried to eat that way yesterday. It's like a low carb. You do eat a lot of vegetables, and you can eat meat and fish and all that, and you can eat fat. And I tried that yesterday, and I tell you, was it Monday and yesterday, ever since I sent it to you, and I felt horrible after eating that way. Absolutely horrible. So now I'm back to the Mediterranean diet, which seems to be the most healthy of everything. And I think I sent it to you today, something else on that, which I think that's a very delicious way to eat, everybody, and it has the best of everything in it. So hey, let's rejoice being Mediterranean types if we are, and if we're not, let's enjoy being Mediterranean types. Okay, so let's go to your and thank you for listening to me, Susie. Thank you so much. Okay, so go ahead. Yeah, so go ahead, honey. Give me your question. No background, just your question.
All right. I would like to see if a romantic relationship is possible with Rod.
R-O-D. Okay. Yes, it will work out. There's a lot of simpatico between the two of you. This is somebody from the past that's been with you before. There's like I think it's not the past of your life. I think it's other lives. Well, let's put it this way: you must feel like you know them. And if
I do.
Okay. And there's a lot of sense there of simpatico, of similar ways of looking at things, similar ways of approaching things. He is a very healing, nurturing kind of temperament. You do as well. He's a very kind person, and he will not overlook you for sure. I don't know why they put that wording in there, your guides or angels, whatever you want to call those divine beings we have, but I'm getting the message that he will not overlook you for sure. Although you might be thinking that he's very likable and probably has a lot of opportunities. What I'm hearing is, in other words, with the opposite sex, I'm hearing he will not overlook you for sure, and he actually does like you very, very much. Although this is new, okay, it's old in many ways, the connection, and that sense of familiarity is on. He feels it for you as much as you feel it for him. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yes, the only thing that I get concerned about here is, I met him with in a business sense, for business.
Okay.
And was not really sure whether he wanted to intertwine those things, personal and business, or what he was going to decide to do with this. So that was what my concern was.
Oh, so you're concerned that his business interest with you or your business interest with him would preclude any kind of romantic connection. Well, let me go.
Yeah.
Let me go to that and see what I get. This is for Rod. No, you have to go with the answer that you already got, which is a good connection for you. So that the answer to that is no.
You could always have. I look at it as you could always have people that you can do business with, but there are very few people that you can consider in a romantic way. So, I look at it as that.
Exactly.
I'm hoping he won't give that up. So, and he'll see it that way. So that's very good. Thank you so much, my dear Laura.
Okay, I can't wait to hear more about this another time. Okay, love, good luck to you with that. Sounds great.
The story and adventures of Susie B.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, love you.
Love you. Putting you back in the...
Peace, everyone.
Peace.
For the new year.
Yeah, peace for the new year, everyone. Okay, I'm putting you back. Thanks, honey.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, that reminds me. I forgot to say Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2016. And hopefully it's going to be a safe one. Okay, I don't have any more donations that I know of, unless Susie uncovers some others. Let me just make sure, because if not, I am going to go to Desmond, who's been waiting extremely patiently. Hello, Desmond. You laughing a little bit? I'm doing great, honey. Yeah. All right. Now, what I need you to do is just give me your question, no background, okay? Because otherwise I'll be influenced and I'll ruin your answer. Go ahead, love.
Yes, I wanted to know, what do you see for me this year as far as prosperity?
Oh, another one with prosperity for the new year. Okay. Desmond. You have a lot of prosperity already in your life. Spirit is saying, don't complain so much. So saying, like, you're already doing pretty darn good. You got an engine working for you in that area, and maybe that's why you're interested in it, because it's something that you've already addressed and you've done pretty good for yourself, so to speak. And so this continues. Whatever it is you've done or laid in place will continue to be prosperous. It feels to me like last year and the year before, and let's put it this way, the last couple of years or even last year, you've kind of put something in place. You're already starting to see rewards, and I see moving forward that continues to develop, and then there'll be other things that you will develop around that. It feels like some kind of whatever it is you're doing now seems like health, nutrition, and beauty, or the health and wellness industry. What field do you work in, honey? Beauty industry, health industry?
Well, I'm just starting to explore the holistic health dynamic. So that's,
Oh, okay.
But that's not what I work. That's not my main job.
What is your main job now, honey? Feels like like you're in the beauty
I
industry or something. What do you do?
I work for a food company.
Food?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah, you're made for the industry then, for health and wellness, which has to do with beauty and all of that. Do you already do something like bodybuilding or something like that around what got you interested in the wellness industry, love?
I don't know. This someone told me I had a gift to be a healer, so I got more interested in that, and I just naturally like to help people, so that just kind of went hand in hand. So.
Okay, wonderful. Well, the answer is yes. It does look like a lot of prosperity is coming to you. Whatever you've been doing the last year or so, which has kind of led up to this, maybe choosing that business for yourself is appropriate. You will need to put a lot of effort in. Okay, nothing will come just flying in the window. I do get, I do get you're ready for that. You're ready for the challenge. I feel that you already have in place. I don't know, 2 to 3 footholds or something like that that are being built by you that sort of anchor the business, if you will, and that you're going to build from there. And I do see it coming to you. So keep up the good work, Desmond. You're a very hard worker, and I know that you will go very far with this. Okay?
Okay.
All right, honey. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Peace
Lynn.
and blessings. Appreciate it.
Peace and blessings to you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, and I'm going to go to Lena, who's been waiting very patiently for a long time. Hi, Lena.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, sweetie. And you know the routine. Don't give me background, just give me your question. Go ahead, honey.
Well, I started a job about a month ago, and I'm working for this lady, the tyrant, and she's only giving me 20 hours a week, and I need more hours, and she's just so uncooperative and just mean, nasty, and I'm just really fed up with her. I want to look for a new job. So tomorrow I'm supposed to talk to her, and I just don't know why she's playing these games with me. I work my tail off for this woman. So I want to see what you see about this, because I really want to start looking for a new job, update my resume. I don't think I'm going to change this woman.
Okay, now you just gave me all the background, so I'm prejudiced. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So everybody listening, I have always said this over and over and over again. Don't give me background, because then you influence me that now I think this woman's horrible. I don't think you're going to get anywhere. I have all this prejudice, and I'm not working with a card deck. I have to filter what comes in from spirit. So that's why the purer I am, the better your answer is going to be. It's coming directly from spirit. But I will give you an answer. Okay, so don't worry. But understand it's coming with a little bit of shall we say, opinion. It's being filtered through opinion. Give me the name of the company or something, some way, initials of something that I can hone in on about this, because I don't think you're going to be able to leave this job so quickly. I think you're going to like it, actually, after a while, and I think that you're there for a reason, and the reason is to learn better how to deal with intolerable situations. Okay, I guess I'm not being that influenced because this message is coming in, is how to deal with intolerant. This is your life. It's always been the same way. You are always attracting intolerable situations, and you always feel trapped, and you don't know how to get out. And you're going to continue to do that until you learn some little secret, or shall we say huge secret. And the secret is learning how to recolor everything. We kind of hinted on that a little bit during the channeling today. In other words, we have to see everything as good, even though we may think it's not good. The reason is when we start to see the benefit in what seems to be the most horrible situation, we start to see the good in it, it starts to change. When we're in resistance to something negative that we label negative, we remain in a negative relationship to it, because we can only attract what we are. Okay, we can't attract what we want. We only attract vibrationally what we're sending out. So right now your beacons into the universe are horrible job, horrible woman, she doesn't treat me right, no matter what I do, it's wrong. No matter your beacon, your messages, no matter what I do, it's wrong all the time. So we're going to give you a new beacon, okay? And I'm going to give you an assignment. It's not so much will you get another job? Because eventually you will, but you will probably recreate this situation again. If I'm going to work on a superficial level, which I'm going to do for a moment, because that's what you asked me. What I see is you're going to struggle to get out of this job, and you will, but you're going to have a bad reference, and you'll recreate another problem. And I know you don't want to recreate it, but you have these subliminal tapes, which you didn't want to go into your mind, okay? But they're there. You, Lena, didn't want them, but your soul keeps replaying the tapes until you get the lesson for the purpose of your spiritual evolution. You're good. So what Spirit would like you to do is to learn how to meditate. Do you meditate at all?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What kind of meditation do you do, honey?
Just regular, just quiet myself and just try and take deep breaths.
Okay. Well, you probably need to maybe go to a meditation group or something. I know you don't have a lot of money, so maybe find one that's free, because you're not meditating properly. If you were, these kind of things would not happen anymore to you. Okay, they would you would enter a different vibrational level. So maybe right now you're just trying to calm yourself and it's not really working. And I also would say, go to my website. You know my website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One of the tabs on the main menu is manifesting. Read that page, and everybody listening, read that page if you need any help manifesting what you want. It's all about creating conditions in your life that you would like. And I'll give you an example in my own life. I was in a job. I worked for Microsoft Corporation. I got started in 1988, and by 1994, was it, or 93, after 5 years with the company, they switched my manager. I had done very well, and I had stock options. And the new manager, I don't know, he had it in for me. Sound familiar? Somebody had it in for you, right? This guy had it in for me, and I was losing my mind. I went to a minister at Science of Mind, which is now called Center for Spiritual Living. And if you don't know what that is, most of you know who Louise Hay is. And she's a minister from Science of Mind. And Lena, you know Louise Hay, right?
Yes.
Okay. And she's all about the mind-body connection, and how our life is, how we create our life through our thinking. So I went there, and I thought that this minister was going to give me some magical wand, and he's going to tell me what to do, maybe meet my boss outside the office one day with boxer gloves and knock him down or something. I didn't know. Instead of him giving me any kind of counseling, he sits me down and he teaches me how to meditate. He starts with my thumb on my left thigh, and he gives me an assignment. He shows me what to do, and it was to sit there with a straight spine and just focus on the feeling of my left thumb, on my left thigh. Still. Do it for 5 minutes, he said, and come back next week. And I thought, this guy's crazy. But I didn't know what else to do because I was desperate. I came back the next week. He's had me do the same thing for 10 minutes. And then so on and so forth. It just kept expanding the time. And I'm like, I need to do something to solve this situation. I don't need to meditate. Well, lo and behold, the first thing I noticed, Lena, was the situation was the same. This man was really out to get me. Or it seemed so. But the thing that changed was it didn't affect me as much. I just felt like no matter what happened, I would be okay. I would be okay. It was like as if meditation put me in contact with the divine. And when we really are in contact with the divine, we feel more secure, and we really do emanate that sense of security, like we're golden, no one can hurt us. So that's the first thing. And it wasn't an intellectual thing, it was an organic process. It was a visceral thing of going to meditation. And that's the essence of meditation is that. It's quieting the active mind, the ego mind, which is fearful. That's the monkey mind. And it's allowing that other mind, the superconscious mind, which is infinite and feels secure because it's connected to a higher power. That mind becomes who you are. It takes the front role of who you are. And with that, my manager then was reassigned somewhere else, and I didn't have to do anything. He just went away. Okay? So in answer to your question, the short end of it is that I feel that you're going to have a hard time getting another job, getting out of there. And I feel that if you do, you're going to have a bad reference, and it's not going to be a pleasant exit. Okay? And furthermore, the next job, you'll have a new problem. So I want you to focus in on that manifesting page and see what you can glean from it. In particular, there's something about just meditation. It's a video that's linked at the beginning of the page. And take that seriously. And let me see, there was one other thing that occurred to me. Yeah, okay, there's another...
You think, how much longer do you think I'll be here? You think that this
well,
is the problem I need?
Well, let me just finish this thing, and then I'll come to that, honey, because I don't want to make you upset. You know, I don't want to give you no hope or anything, because there's always hope. But there's something in you that plays that tape of victim. You were hurt growing up, and it plays. And so I don't have time because we have a lot of people waiting, but I'm saying this for everybody's purpose as well. So, you know, this is not just about you, because it's true of everybody. If I were able to get into your chakras, look at them, I would release things and we would clear them, and then you wouldn't be replaying this tape. So that's the big picture answer. Now, the little picture answer is, how long will you be there? As long as you like. Okay, as long as you want to be there. If you do the meditation and you start taking an active role in releasing the tension, letting go of the animosity, letting go of all that, I believe the situation can be healed, and that you can stay there, and that woman either will get off your back, maybe find somebody else to bother, or that she may be transferred, or she may leave, or something may happen. So the real work you have to be the beginning of all this. It's you that needs to change, because anywhere you go, you're going to be there and you're going to have a new problem. So I want you to meditate to begin with and feel secure in yourself. And you're not doing, by the way, I get a message, you're not doing anything wrong in this job, okay? It's just that you're fearful, and you project the fear out, and then all of a sudden your reality reflects that fear. I hope that makes sense to you, Lena.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
All right, honey. My blessings to you, and God bless, love. Okay? Okay. All right, I'm going to go to, we have a lot of people waiting. We only have a few minutes left, but I do have people who have been waiting a long time, like Donna. And she has a life question. Okay, now, Donna, you heard what I said to Lena, and I've already said it to you once or twice before. Don't give me background. Just give me the question. Okay?
Yeah, let me just say I can really, really relate to Lena's predicament.
I know, and I feel,
Really.
and my heart goes out to her and me and everyone else that we all are doing this. We all are doing this. We all are playing negative tapes for the purpose that we learn how to play positive ones, because that's where evolution happens. That's what we're around. That's why we're on Earth, because we're supposed to learn that. Okay, honey, go ahead. Just give me a question, no background.
Okay, I'll try to be real quick about it. Okay, and actually, this is two. We already answered one part at another session, but the windows, they're broken. The association, he did it. They won't fix it. Do I have to take them to court? And will I win if I do?
Oh boy, I don't think you should take them to court for a window. That's a lot of expense on your part, heartache and hardship. I mean, that's just common sense on the first end of it. But let me go deeper, love. Hold on. This is Donna. Okay, I want you to give me the initials of your association name, your condo association name. Just the initials of that, please.
PR.
Okay, hold on. No, you should not take them to court about this. Would you ever win if you continue to... What you could do is continue to ask them and continue to get your back up. Just keep going at it. You may be able to get yourself a very low-cost lawyer you're not paying a lot of money to. Okay, maybe a friend or friend of a friend kind of thing, and send your letters in to them. I just want to see who's in the right or who's in the wrong here, or what their substance is behind their answer to you. 1 second, please. This is for Donna in the window. It's something to do with location. I don't think you're going to be able to win this, darling. To bottom line it, and I think you're going to waste a lot of energy and time. There are times in life where the battle is worth taking, and there are times in life where the battle is just going to make you very nervous, cost you a lot of money, and not get you anywhere. Choosing battles in life where we're going to put our effort does take wisdom. You know that in the 12-step program they say, God, give me the wisdom to know the difference, right? So I would suggest the cost of repairing the window is probably going to be less than the cost of having a lawyer and trying to argue this through. I can't see how they're going to change their stance or position. It's something to do with your location. Something hit the window from the outside, but I don't think that they're responsible for that. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm getting, honey. Okay. I think
the problem is I was sitting right here when it happened for my window, and it did happen. The guy came and it chipped my window, and they say you're crazy, and they're bullying me, and they don't want to, they just say, well, it's not our fault, but it was,
So it was like a repair. Oh, okay, so it's like one of those repairmen or maintenance men or gardening person. Is that what you're saying? Something they hire.
Yeah. Yeah, well, right here.
Yeah. Well, I see what you're saying, and they're not being very nice about it, and they're not doing the right thing.
Not. They're bullying.
Yeah, they're bullying.
They're actually bullies.
Okay. Well, this is what I get is how much money is it going to cost you to argue that? Now, it's going to cost you a lot, and they know it, and so they have, it's your word against theirs, and they're not going to give in. So it's easier for you to just let it slide. If you can do that, then fight it because it's going to cost you a lot to do that. Okay? So get
Well, if I would win, yeah, but I just can't believe I can't win because I was sitting here as a witness.
Okay, but how much are you going to win? How much would you win? The cost of repairing the window? How much does it cost to repair the window?
Yeah.
That's not a lot of money.
That,
But that's not a lot of money. Do you need all that upset?
Well, if I win, they're going to have to pay the court costs, and that's it. I could argue it. So.
Well, if you want to, then go ahead and do it. But that's what my answer is. It's not worth the bother. But if it really bothers you, I'm not answering on the basis of that. I'm answering on the basis I don't think you're going to win. I think that it's your word against theirs. There's no way that you can really prove it. And that's what I think.
Okay.
All right.
All righty. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Thanks, love. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to go to Dijon, who has a medical question, has been waiting a very, very long time. Hello, Dijon.
Hi, how are you, Nora?
I'm doing great, sweetie. So do you have an actual, we only have a couple of minutes left, so we're going to move quickly. Do you have an actual medical question, honey? Or do you want me to do something?
Well, I'm going to call you later today and set up a private session with you about medical. So may I change it to an other side connection?
Sure, we'll do our very best to help you with that.
Thank you.
Let's see. It's 561 Dijon. Okay, medical. I mean, other side. Hold on. Okay, there is a female. See, well, that's the first one I get is a female, actually more than anything else. And for some reason, there's a lot of light blue in the background around her, almost as if like she's a healer or she's a spiritual person, very, very spiritual person. I have no idea why I would see blue because I don't normally, but there's a lot of blue there. Oh, wait. Are you the healer? You might be the healer. Hold on.
90 seconds.
All right, let me just... Okay, so what I am looking at is I'm looking at you, I'm looking at your aura, and I'm looking in the area that's right above your left shoulder. It appears as I'm looking at you on my right, but it's your left shoulder is all this light blue. That's the area where a grandparent would reside and a mother figure. I see a woman there. There's coughing. There's a lot of problem in the lungs. The hair is on the shorter side.
60 seconds.
Can't tell much more than that. Let me see. Slender build, not overweight. Looks like she's okay, so do you have a grandparent, a grandmother in spirit, honey, that had lung problems and had her hair on the shorter side? Can you please answer that yes or no, please?
A grandparent?
Grandmother.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you have grandparents in spirit, but it's the coughing and the lung problem that you're not aware of. Is that correct, honey?
That's correct.
All right. All right, since we have very limited time and nobody's popping out at me, and I was all ready to do medical with you, so all my antennas were pulled in. Who are you wanting, honey?
My mom or my dad.
Okay, did your mom have
10 seconds.
The show is going to end officially, but I think if you're tuned into it, you'll continue to hear it, and the YouTube will continue to broadcast it and record it. So, did your mom have lung problems, please? Did your mom have lung problems, please? Breathing issues?
Maybe in past years, but that's not what she passed from.
That's fine. That's probably your mother than what I have here. And there's all this light blue around her. Okay, she's slender built is what I see. She has a straight nose, is pointed. She has original hair color is brown. It looks like it's a little bit wavy and short on the shorter side. I don't see it turning white just now. It doesn't mean it didn't. I just don't see it. She's trying to show me original color is a darker hair color, and there's a waviness to it or curliness to it, and the nose is it's sculpted towards the end. In other words, it's got some pointedness to the nose, not in any other way except to say it's a nice nose, and it's not real fleshy around. It's more of a sculpted kind of tip to it. She's a very clear thinker, and that's something to do with the blue around her being a clear thinker, but also usually blue would mean communicator, although she's not saying she's a communicator to me. So I don't know what to do with that just yet. Let's put that on the side. Would you say your mom had dark brown hair, please? Is this original color?
Yes.
Okay. Would you say that it was more on the curlier side or wavy side, please?
Maybe just slightly wavy.
Okay. And the way she shows it to me is it's like a full, and it's on the shorter side, the hair for today, the way she's showing it to me. It's got some wave to it. Would you say that that is the case with your mom? That, well, you already said about the wave, but it's a fuller kind of thing, and it's layered, and it's shorter side. Would you say your mom's hair was like that, please?
Yes.
All right. Now, I do see it getting gray, so that means she lived long enough for the hair to get gray. And also the nose is, as I mentioned before, a little bit pointier on the tip rather than real fleshy and round. Would you agree to that, please?
Yes. She had a cute little nose, actually.
Okay. Very sweet. And she's slender. Mom was slender, correct?
When she was younger.
Okay, I don't know what to make of that. I just see slender, and she showed me dark hair to begin with. Then she showed me the graying hair, and then she showed me coughing in the lungs. And you said that was early. She had that problem. Okay, so and there's something about this light blue. I want her to talk to me. This lovely woman in spirit. What do you mean with the light blue, please? She's a clear communicator. She's a talker. She knows how to communicate very well. Would you agree that that was a very important part of your mother's personality, being a communicator, please, and clear?
She said what she meant, and never patronized. She was just very upfront about everything.
All right. There's something about it, though, that's more important than normal, but I don't know what yet, so I'm going to leave that alone. Okay. Okay, there's also something about her having a son, or you having a son. Do you have a brother or a son, please? Male,
no.
under the family line. Does she have a brother that's younger than her?
Yes.
Okay. He might even be there in spirit with her. I can't really tell. She's not coming in that clearly. Hold on. I want you to please give me a clear connection for your beautiful daughter, Dijon, who's here asking for you, please, loving mother. Okay, she's showing me a little other things about herself on Earth, like that she liked to dance. She's kind of a good dancer, and she also, yeah, you know that? Okay. And she likes her clothing. She's very into clothing. She's very artsy and also Art Deco. I don't know if she literally collected things that maybe were in that period, which is the 1920s, or she just liked that form of art, or what that is, but she shows me a lot of stuff from I can't even, she's got something, I'll give you exactly what I see. She's showing me different kinds of fancy kind of clothing, and one of them in particular is like a fox wrap, where you have fox tail and it goes around your shoulders. Does that sound at all like your mom? Like you like clothing in some way? Does that have any significance for you, Dijon?
Not really, no. Not any more than any woman would.
Okay, well, she's got something going on there with the clothes, okay? Very fancy. She's got a lot of clothes. Okay, did mom have a lot of clothes? Because not every woman does.
She had quite a bit, but nothing out of the ordinary, I don't think.
All right, well, let the record strike what I see, which is she shows me elegant clothing and liking to dress up. And even though you don't see that as exceptional, my mother, in contrast, was not like that. So I'll just say that to you. There's a lot of my mother wasn't into clothing. She'd like the little few things here and there, but she's kind of simple. I love my mother very much, but Mom, don't get mad at me for saying that. But she wasn't like what I see in front of me as a woman who has some very fine looking stuff. There's lace, there's some fox, there's other things that go with it. She likes her creature comforts. She likes her home. She seems to have lived in the suburbs for quite a long time, and she's very careful with her health most of her life. She says that there's something, though, she's tripped and stumbled. I don't know if she means that literally or figuratively, but something happens to her towards the end. She trips and stumbles. What I mean by figuratively, because she said she was careful with her health most of her life, okay? She says something happened that she either wasn't paying attention or something happened to her that she fell ill. Oh, and she's saying suddenly. And then this took her by surprise, and also was the last, the fatality, if you will. And I don't know what it is just yet. I'm trying to let her develop this for me. What do you mean? There's also an MAD kind of name or word, Madeline or Mad or something like that goes in there. Let me see what she's going with this. Did you fall, or did you have an illness, or what happened? An illness overcame me suddenly, and I was overcome with, this does not make sense to me, but I will say it. Toxic fumes of sorts, some kind of toxicity overcame her, and her health got worse from there. Does that have any meaning to you, Dijon?
Absolutely not. No, I
okay.
don't know what.
Well, how did she pass, sweetheart? How did she pass, love?
Cancer.
Okay. And so she's careful with her health, and then something happens suddenly, and then she's overcome with illness, and maybe the toxic thing, the toxicity is the cancer, and we'll drop the word fumes, and then that would fit her. But basically what I need you to confirm is, looks like she's going along really well, and then all of a sudden she's diagnosed with this. And I would assume then that you didn't have any warning, and suddenly she falls ill. You don't really need to answer that, because that's really usually how it happens with most. Would you say that makes sense to you, please, Dijon?
No, I'm sorry. No, because she was ill from something else prior to this diagnosis.
Okay. Okay, so was she careful with her health then most of her life? Maybe because she was ill with something else, love?
No, she should have been more careful.
She could be. All right. Well, we have your mother here, but we're not getting the clearest messages out of her towards the end. So we're going to leave it alone, honey. And I don't know why. Every now and then a connection is not the clearest. It could be just my mood. It could be just from what I just did before. So we're going to let you go for this, and I look forward to hearing from you for your other session. Thank you so much, honey, for calling in.
Thanks, Laura. I'm going to call and set up a session with you.
All right, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye. Okay, I want everybody to know that if you want a private session, you get a 25% discount. So just go to booklaura.com, and if you put in the event code field, radio show, you will get that extra time. Thank you so much, everybody, for calling in today, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Namaste.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.